Hi, and welcome to the Effective CTO channel. My name's Raphael, and today we're going to talk about remote and about the 4 practices that I use to make remote work for me and my teams. Let's check it out. If you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and also don't forget to hit the bell button so new videos show up. Remote is the new normal during these crazy Corona times, I would say. But to be honest, for me, remote was the normal for the last 10 or 20 years. I always had to live with outsourced teams, nearshore teams, and teams that were distributed inside Germany and Europe. For me, it was never a problem. And this is because I have 4 best practices that I usually follow. And this makes remote work. Let's check them out. So the first one is one of a common mistake I've seen. Let's say you are in Germany and you have 2 locations, let's say Berlin and you have Frankfurt. I've seen the mistake that people have one team in Berlin, the Berlin team, and one team in Frankfurt, the Frankfurt team. And what this does is it creates 2 different companies. So if you separate things that way, you have 2 agencies that follow their own goals if you don't pay close attention, and this is not ideal. What helped me a lot is that I'm mixing them vertically. So if you have 10 people, 5 in Berlin, 5 in Frankfurt, I take, let's say, 2 people from Berlin with 3 people from Frankfurt and 2 people from Frankfurt with 3 people in Berlin. You just mix them. And then you have 2 remote teams and you have still one organization, and everyone gets used to that. This prepares the whole organization to go remote. And it's the one company thing that really will help you. The second item is you have to really make sure to include all the remote members in all meetings. So this is a common mistake for companies that go remote. They have those smaller meetings where they say, okay, we don't need the remote people. I give an example. You have 4 people in Berlin and you have 2 people, let's say, in Frankfurt. And those 4 people in Berlin always make meetings, or sometimes make a meeting where they think, oh, we don't need them and whatever. The rule here is, if there is a meeting, whatever the meeting is about, include everyone, invite everyone, so that everyone can join. Super important, obvious in hindsight, but it doesn't happen sometimes, and that's very bad because people feel left out, not part of the team, and they're not engaged anymore. So always invite everyone, even if there's it's a discussion about a joke or whatever, just invite everyone always. The third item is always use video. Having a phone call is one thing. Seeing someone, seeing your colleagues as video stream is so much different. So I request everyone in my teams to use video all the time. It makes just such a big difference. It's such a big help to really see how people react, their faces. It makes it human. It's so much different to just having a call. So video always. The 4th item is only use online tools. So what I've seen is that you have 2 teams, one in Berlin, one in Frankfurt again, that the Berlin team has a whiteboard and a camera, and they kind of move the PC in a way that the webcam just shows what's on the wall, and then people start drawing things. And the problem is that the people in Frankfurt watching things through the webcam, they kind of feel left out. They cannot contribute, so they cannot paint on the whiteboard, and maybe they don't even see things and are just too shy to speak up. So this is the rule. Don't use any offline tools. If you want to paint, use a Google Jamboard. It's free, just use it. Use Google Drawing for drawing up things. It works collaboratively. Many people can contribute. That's awesome. Use Google Docs. Use Word. Use Confluence in the edit mode. This all works perfectly fine. Just share your screen so that everyone can look at it and work collaboratively on it. That's great. And nobody feels left out, and that's the important thing. Yeah, well, these are my 4 best practices. The first one is mix teams in different locations. Second one is always include remote members in all of the meetings. Don't make anyone feel left out. Very, very important. And the third one is always use video. And the fourth one is use collaborative tools and tooling so that everyone can participate and contribute to discussion. How do you do this in your organization? Let's discuss in the comments. Best practices, everything you've learned. I would be interested in that.